What is up, everybody? I'm No Lex Given, back with some more Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I'm going to turn some lights off in my room here. Actually, was unable to get my camera loaded up for this game. I was messing around with it, and it was taking too much time, and I decided I wanted to play some more Hearthstone Battlegrounds. We've got a Tier 7 today. We could go with a Curator or a Cthulhu game, both with exactly 23 armor. Let's see, Undead with the Curator is somewhat interesting. I'd actually like to try it out with Demons, potentially, and have the Venomous Amalgam be the character that I resummon off of Demons. Though with Tier 7, there's probably some other big things that we can do, and the Amalgam is at least going to get us to that later stages of the game. Excuse me, have to sneeze. Alright, I'm back in it. Let me turn off one of my lamps here in the room, just so that way I don't get super hot playing. Feel like that might I might feel a little bit more comfortable like this, but we'll find out. So I think that there is more sense in picking up Celemental. First, it's a 2-2 rather than a 2-1. But I think like there's bonuses for just having played Elementals this game. So I think when there's a tie, that's what you want to go for. So let's take a look at Tavern Tier 7. You will notice that the big Amalgam thing is gone because of the interaction with being able to summon an additional demon. Now, this little guy has venomous and not poisonous, so it's not nearly as good, but we could still put a Boom Mobile on it and resummon it with the Cultist. So that could still be an interesting strategy to take advantage of, and yeah, seems cool. So this is actually the least backlog I've ever had. Not ever had, but it's one of the smallest backlogs that I've had in a while with uploading regular Hearthstone Battlegrounds content. I am recording this the day before Halloween, 10:30, so there will be some new anomalies by the time this comes out, but this will probably come out like November 2nd or 3rd or something, so pretty soon here. We stay winning on these early combats, that's good. This next turn, I might just probably be leveling up. I think that makes a lot of sense. Try to hit some of these interesting level 3 things. And I don't really care about these level 2 things, aka level 1 thing. So let's level up again. The Amalgam is going to help me in staying lobby leader while still playing 2 reasonable characters this turn. Most people will probably be playing better things than I, but if the Amalgam can like trade and stick around, it is possible that we still win this. Not entirely likely, but possible, especially against Voon, who is really tempted to hang on to something in their hand. Yeah, I think we'll grab another win here, and then we'll start to pick up better things than the rest of this lobby. Got access to Felemental, no beasts, or Murlocs. So yeah, this is a tie. How is this not a tie? It could have been... Oh, it could have been a win if we attacked right and then they attacked left. Wow.
Really raging out there.
Felemental this early is pretty awesome. We could put Microbots in the Amalgam, and we could do so after pumping up the Microbots. That's kind of cool. I'm somewhat interested in Observer of Myths, and it's actually kind of a combo with Felemental. And I think it makes the most sense to go Observer first, keep Observer small, and then pump up the rest of the squad with Felemental here. Seems like a pretty strong start to the game. Next turn, we could just pick up Imprisoner plus Replicating Menace. then that gives me a pretty nice board. We are incentivized here slightly to grow wide with Observer of Myth, so I might just rather pick up anything with 3 and 4 attack next turn. And then we'll start to try to pick up bigger things. You could literally just buy every Felemental, though, and because Felemental grows itself, they will continue to grow the Observer as well. So let's not lock and see if we can find some more Felementals. Up against Bran here, they're looking reasonable. Pretty strong, actually. We will get to take out the Bran, so we won't take an additional 5, but we'll take 6 just from the normal combat. That'll tie us up with Bran here, still as lobby leader.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Refurfer is kind of a cheeky way to get around the Observer. Menagerie Mug is fine. We do have the ability to throw in a roll here, though. So I do wonder if I should just do that. Menagerie Mug, it's just like okay because I really don't know if I care about this water droplet, but I think I will pick it up. And then Pashmar could be a pretty solid choice after that.
Need a drink?
Just because it pumps up the Observer. So the thing that I was getting at is you can use your spellcrafts on things in the lobby, and then you can purchase them and pump up Observer. So that's kind of a cheeky way around that. By the way, in my previous video, I brought up that dragons were the only thing that I could come up with that allow you to scale with Blue Crooner, and I did not watch the video, but I saw a Dog video where he used demons as a way to permanently get the stats by putting those deep blues on things in the lobby and then eating them with insatiables and just different things that can
Nice
eat.
work out there.
So,
Keep up the pressure.
Lava Lurker. Yeah, this is the play. The econ just works out so nicely here that we're going to pick up Lava Lurker, pump up the Observer, and now we get a pretty strong board that's going to allow me to keep pursuing levels. By the way, Gusty Trumpeter is now out, and Gentle Ginny is in. Any other big changes? We do have this. This is another demon for the cultist. Something that I've never really taken advantage of. I kind of want to do some silly stuff with the Amalgam here, and I think that could be fun with the cultist. It's like pretty reasonable scam. Where we take it from there, I'm not totally sure. I feel like we could potentially still build an interesting board with like Sea Witch and Argent Braggart and Moira maybe. Moira allowing us to do Braggart things down the line, but also working well with the cultist. So that's kind of where my head's at right now, is like use scam/tempo to allow me to just really monopolize the endgame tier 7
Keep up the
really
momentum,
powerful
friend.
things. We'll see how far we can get it and how much we can get that to come to fruition. Wow, that was a really great attack for me. That might be enough to turn this into a win. Pretty incredible. Yeah, gonna be a win, in fact. Kind of crazy. We get to put an Angler's Lure or a Crab Mount. I'll probably go for the Angler's Lure. I think I appreciate those stats a little bit more.
You're good at this.
Can't quite level up here. What I can do, though, is pick up a Cogwork Copter and 3 Divine Shielded characters. So I think I'd cut Observer, Water Droplet, Menagerie Mug, and then have a Cordatron in hand. It'll get +3/+3. Could even just keep the Leeching Fellhound in hand. But I don't think that's what I want to do. I think I'm fine keeping a Cortatron in hand. The other option would be to, like... Yeah, I think I'm not going to worry about the... Oh, wait! Okay. No, I can level up here. Maybe that's slightly better. So I think I will cut this mug here still. And then just level up.
I can bring in more powerful minions now.
It's a little lackluster. Not sure where I want this amalgam to go just yet. Actually, kind of like this, maybe? Maybe this? Kind of trying to, like, guess my opponent's stats and stuff, and they're ETC, so they could literally have anything. But I think continuing to push levels is still a reasonable plan for this turn. I did like the idea of picking up all of these things, but now we'll have access to even stronger things. Gentle Ginny does seem like it would still be powerful. Oh, what does this thing do? At the end of your turn, give your other Naga +1/+1 for each different spell you've cast this turn. Definitely a build path with Pashmar. That is interesting. And then... what else has my opponent got going on? They're summoning a bunch of tiny stuff. So my Amalgam isn't going to be super great, though it does get to survive. It does lose the poisonous. Yeah, my opponent just growing super, super wide here. I do get some sick riffs. That's not too shabby. And does actually look like we're set up to win, though the Whirl is going to summon a full board, I think. Because I think they had 2 of those 1-cost things. So it looks like this will be a loss then, in fact. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, if we can go here, we save ourselves 5 health. Not going to be so lucky. We take 12 damage, which feels pretty unfair. So this turn I could use that sick riffs on something in the shop strategy to trigger the Observer.
I'll hit some bumps now and then.
Use it on a corrupted Myrmidon, which would be a pretty large character. And then I could play a Leroy. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to give my Lava Lurker Divine Shield this turn. That seems good enough to me. Could also just sell 2 things, buy Leroy. And level up. This Shadow Rock is pretty low. They did win 2 combats ago against this ETC. Maybe the ETC was still coming online. This is a tough turn. Let's try this, though.
That'll do some damage. Now we are in business.
Give something +6/+6. +6/+6 is probably worth it. And I'm still going to give it the Divine Shield as well. Just got a little bit of scam, 1 really big unit. And now I'm potentially, like, looking for Cultist already, which just seems cool. Alright, Adaptable Barricade is going to trade with my Leroy. So that's fine. Then my opponent will summon some explosions, which can kill any of my cards. But we still have enough stats to get the win. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Sea Summoning can unfortunately not find the Cultist. It does not have a type.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
I can give Reborn to the Amalgam. That seems pretty good. I can start to scale the Amalgam, which seems like it should always be pretty great. Can also level. I think I should take some time to pump up my squad here, though. That is my thought. So let's buy both of these. What do I want to find? Another demon? Let's find another demon. Okay, that's... This is a pretty hard comp to pass up right now. I'm going to put in another Fellbat. And then could even take an Impulsive Trickster. It's like late. But scaling 4 demons seems reasonably possible. And then I could sell out of Pashmar to roll and restock the shop. I think that's fine. I'm going to get out of Lava Lurker soon. So I wind up overeating by 2 by doing this, which means there is some incentive to just completely cut the Impulsive Trickster because there's not enough to eat. Maybe I will do that. It means I'm playing down a unit now. But this might still be right. And then there's really cool things that I can do with Soul Splitter here. I might want the Jakari Enchanter down the line once I've tripled the Famished Fellbat. But I also can't lock here because I'm going to eat the whole shop, so doesn't matter. Let's pop this in front, because why not? And now I've got... So on the Reborn, it just comes back as a 2-2 with Venomous. But that's still pretty cool. Leroy gets to take out their other Taunter, and then we've got a pretty reasonable amount of stats to win this thing. 52% to win. If we win, it is lethal, but we don't find the win. All right, good for my opponent. And he gets to stay in it for one more combat here. Any Storm Suit. Wait, they actually beat me? Okay, that's not fair, though. That's not fair. I was not paying enough attention to see that that was going to happen.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Leveling up seems reasonable. I want to play a 7th character, though. Titus does not help yet. It will help once I have the Cultist. So, sure. Here's an Insatiable. I'd rather roll and potentially find the Cultist, though. Fairy Tale Caroler. Just kind of okay. We get plenty of stats end of turn just by eating. Again, not going to worry about Drakari. Could pick up Legion Overseer, but it is a demon. So I don't love that. And then, can we toss a Lava Lurker for anything? No, we're just going to roll down this turn, and I will just throw Titus in as we end the turn here. Titus is going to do straight up nothing. But once I find the Cultist, then we'll get to put that in. And I think that will be nice for me. And we might just keep playing demons. Like, I kind of like the idea of just making the perfect Amalgam scam. Give it Divine Shield, grow the heck out of it. Give it Reborn. Give it... and then find a bunch of Cultists. I'm down to triple the Fellbat. I think the thing that I'm the most interested in off a Fellbat triple right now is King Varian. I would have been interested in Moira, but picking up Titus is just as good. I don't really see a need to put Recurring Nightmare on, but with 2 undeads, both with Reborn, it's reasonable. Sea Witch Zara would also be a pretty big pickup, and Boom Mobile is a fine fallback. Actually, Champion of Sargeras, especially after, if I'm getting it from tripling the Fellbat, that would actually be a pretty big hit too. That might be the best hit, come to think of it. Alright, up against a Demons player here. A small Taunter is going to make things slightly awkward. And they've got a really big board as well with double Fellbat of their own. We will get to trade with one more thing with this Amalgam, so that's nice. We take out the Champion and save ourselves 7 health. Still going to take 13 down to 11. Just going to put me near the bottom of the lobby, but we're in the top 6 now. So can I just hang on a little bit longer and maybe add a little bit more fun scam to the board? Eternal Summoner. does not help.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
This is interesting. It could give me Reborn. It could give me Taunt. Then I could transform it into a tier 7. I'm going to keep looking, though. Try to find the Cultist.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
And cut Lava Lurker for the Cultist, if possible. So now I can cut Lava Lurker for a Leroy triple, which could then give me Champion or King Varian. A Leroy triple really does nothing, but this Lava Lurker is not doing too much either. The other play would be to just pick up the Transmuted Bramble Witch for a little bit more scam here. Or, you know what, I cut Titus and Lava Lurker, play Bramble Witch, and then throw in one more roll. I like that. Nothing really lost here. Kangor's Apprentice is actually the same as the Cultist. So I guess I could just take this. That kind of asks me to play one additional mech, but there's not really another mech for me. I think I will lock on to Kangors here. I have to triple this Famished Felbot, but that's going to happen eventually. We'll get to play a pretty... Oh, I'm going to eat this whole shop anyways. Does not matter. Forgot about that part.
You are not out of this yet.
So we've got reasonable stats, some reasonable scams. This could be good enough here. Yeah, we're going to kill all of my opponent's taunted characters. Then we're going to clear out some of their non-taunted characters. 93% to win. Seems right. Seems right. They're getting econ. I'm getting some damage dealt to them. Yeah, pretty sizable chunk of damage. 17, right? Well, 15, because we hit the damage cap. Gonna put them down to 8, and potentially put me into the top 4, indeed. So now we're in the top 4. We're going to be up against ETC, who is doing a lot of summoning. No, we're... Oh, that's really weird. Feel like that's not how that should play out, but I won't question it. Well, it is weird, because it means that one of these other players is also up against the Ghosts. Like, that just means ETC is also up against the Ghosts this turn, and this game is, like, artificially longer than maybe it should be. This could be cool with Kangors. It is a demon, so I hate that part. Oh, and it's an undead. Alright, let's skip that one. Leroy triple. Leroy triple. Let's take it. Why not? Seems fun.
Exactly what you were looking for.
Alright, so I've got the Boommobile now for Reborn, Divine Shield, Taunt, Wind Fury. The fact that it gives Reborn means that I can also cut the Soul Splitter. Sea Witch Zara would allow me to triple Soul Splitter, but I don't really see what that does. So let's pick up this, roll, and now I think I cut Soul Splitter for Zap. Actually, I'm just gonna roll, even though I know I can't lock here. Alright. So my Amalgam is now huge.
You're doing great out there.
Playing down a character, but I'm up against the Ghost, so I don't think it's really a huge crime. We're going to trade with the Annoyatron here. Oh, actually, this survives the Annoyatron. That was a confusing series of attacks there, but we will still get the win, 100%er. And now I'm just looking for any resummon effect. I will take either Kangors or the Cultist. And I've got a really big... And then I need to find Baron again. And I can cut the Soul Splitter. So I've got 2 things that I need to be picking up this turn.
You're good at this.
And potentially a Felbat triple. Not interested in Bran. Tunnel Blasters could be kind of good if they're doing similar things. We see mechs here. Just don't think I can afford the gold. This is not bad. Selfless Hero to give a Divine Shield again on something. I think it's as good as we're going to get. And then I have to sell out of this, probably for another Leroy. Seems good to me. Not going to be picking up the Jiraxis. I'm just going to be selling through this, doing one more roll. And this is what we'll be eating up. Then I'll play Leroy here, and I'll play Selfless Hero here.
Except mice.
Could maybe see throwing Leroy first, Bramblewitch second. This also plays around, like, them having a Tunnel Blaster, which could be good. We're in the top 4 here. Togwaggle just lost their last combat to ETC. So ETC is the de facto lobby leader. For some reason, Cookie and I both had to play against Ghost last turn. Oh, because we were in last place and had both just played each other? Is that why that happened? That's interesting. Well, I could be playing for first place just from this fight. We'll see how far these scams are able to take us. If they're on mechs, we also need them to have some taunted characters for Leroy to poop on. This is going to kill the Foe Reaper as well and give me a Divine Shield. And then Bramblewitch gets to take out their final taunt. We have sufficiently scammed them. They have been scammed to the highest degree. Now I just have to deal with Argent Braggart. And honestly, that seems very, very possible. The Braggart is going to trade with my Amalgam. And then hold up. This is a win. It's not a kill. It's not a kill. Wow, they're still completing secrets over there, or secret quests. ETC is so busted. But we get to hit them for 18, and now probably have to also kill Togwaggle while ETC gets a little bit stronger. Okay. I want to find one resummon effect and then one double Death Rattle effect. We can find them. Where are they? Okay, I'm going to put in here's Kangors. Okay, Kangors and Relentless Murghul. Oh, this is so strong. What do we cut? I think this turn I cut Selfless Hero for Kangors. Because Kangors can actually resummon the Amalgam, and then it can resummon the reborn Amalgam. So it's really, really good. What were they doing previously? Okay, they just had a little guy. Okay. I think that Kangors is really good. I think that I want the Murghul for when I eventually triple the Famished Felbot. But for right now, I'm going to cut this and just full roll it down. Can't really come up with a reason not to. This shop is like kind of mediocre in terms of eating.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
But we'll get a few extra stats here. Hopefully we can triple the Felbat and get a little bit more stats out of this. Amalgam's going to trade with the Urzul. They are going to get that Urzul back with their cultist, but hopefully we've got some scam to throw back at them. That was a weak attack for the Bramblewitch. I get the Amalgam back and it doesn't keep its enhancements. Okay, that's kind of rough and is going to mean that I lose. So you have to use the cultist. You can't use Kangar. All right, tough lesson to learn. Cultist has the word and keeps its enhancements on it or enchantments on it, and Kangors has no such words. Still is going to give you one or two venomous characters, so it's not that bad of synergy, and we were able to do some fun stuff this game. We made a pretty big Amalgam out of the Curator, so still a pretty fun one, but for today, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lex Given. Peace.